throughout this T20I series that India have been playing against Afghanistan, and there's been one player who there's been a lot of focus on. It's Yashasvi Jaiswal. Going into the first T20I, it was confirmed that he and Rohit Sharma would be opening the innings, but unfortunately he had to miss out on the first T20I due to picking up a slight groin injury. The good news is he was back in the team for the second T20I and was, perhaps more importantly, back to doing what he did best: provide explosive starts at the top of the innings, something that a lot of fans have become accustomed to seeing him doing in Indian colours in this particular format for the past year or so. Why it's doubly important is because previously when Jaiswal was performing well in the T20I setup, it was in the absence of the likes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, both top order batters who potentially threatened to take away his slot if certain team combinations were met. I mean, I think it's fair to say that most people expected that Shubman Gill would drop to number 3 and you'd see a Virat and Rohit open. That hasn't been the case. Kohli batted at 3 in the first time all three of these players played together, and it was Jaiswal who was trusted to open alongside Rohit Sharma. And in that second T20I, safe to say he put on a masterclass of doing what he does best, giving explosive starts and ensuring that India have it easy in any run chase, or even for that matter, I mean, we don't really know, we haven't seen it that much yet, if India were to be batting first, giving that explosive start and putting up a good platform for them to build up on. But incidentally, after the match, Jaiswal spoke about the kind of positive impact that both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have had on him whilst he's been playing T20Is, and it's pretty interesting to hear because again, there is a lot of talk that, Rohit and Kohli being back is probably not the best thing, but hear it from someone like Jaiswal, a young kid still finding his feet in international cricket, and it becomes apparent just how important it is having these senior players around in that particular format, at least for now, because again, some of the lessons that they've been giving him or the guidance and assurance that he's been getting from them is pretty good. First off, he spoke about how it is that Rohit Sharma has been building up his confidence, and he simply said that Rohit Sharma told me to ja or bindas khel. He's always there to look after us. It's always incredible if you have a senior like him. That's an interesting thing really, because again, it does show you that what we've heard from Rohit Sharma about changing templates and ensuring that you look to play aggressive, go gung-ho, hell for leather from ball 1 is not just actually, let's say, it's not just talk. He's ensuring that not only he plays the same way, which is why he's had 2 ducks in this particular series so far, but he's also ensured that, there is in fact, let's say, this message that permeates through the team, which is why someone like a Jaiswal is being told to ja or bindas khel. Previously, a lot of the times players would be told, or at least would be feeling, that maybe playing expressive cricket, fearless cricket might not be the best ideas because it's better if you have a decent average and a decent strike rate. Not so the case now, because Jaiswal, if you're looking at his total numbers or the number of say 50s or the number of runs he's gotten, it might not seem like a lot, but the number that you have to focus on is the strike rate, and the strike rate, the way he's been hitting it at the top of the order, has been phenomenal. But it's not just with Jaiswal, it's not just a case of mindless hitting. In fact, he's someone who, by his own admission, is always open to advice, especially from senior players. And he also shared an interesting anecdote of how him and Virat Kohli were actually discussing what were the areas to attack during the second T20. I remember Rohit got out early, Kohli came in at number 3, but pretty much in the power play itself. So he and Kohli did have some time together in the crease, and he revealed some interesting anecdotes about that time. He said that whenever I bat with Virat Bhaiya, I learn a lot. We had small chats on where we could hit. We decided that it was easy to hit over long on or mid off. Now, this is pretty interesting because you realized both of them were actually targeting this particular pass. They were targeting long on, they were targeting mid off, both areas which normally can potentially be, dangerous areas, because again, you will potentially have fielders in these particular areas. But according to the conversations that Jaiswal and Kohli had, these were the best areas to target, and you did see both of them look to go through those areas when it came to getting boundaries. So it's interesting because again, they were having those conversations, and it shows you that Jaiswal, the kind of cricket that he plays, it isn't just mindless hitting, it's calculated aggression, it's looking to play aggressively, score plenty of runs, but whilst also being smart and not just going hell for leather just because. That being said, the role that Jaiswal has been given and the role clarity that has been given, he himself was confirmed by admitting that he's pretty much told to just go for it from ball one. In fact, this is his exact quote. He said, "I've been told to express myself and try to do what I do. Whenever I get the chance, I try to contribute to the team. I am just doing that." So the thought process is really simple. Go out there, express yourself, look to play the big shots, ensure that the scoring rate, especially in the power plays, stays very, very good, because again, that's when the field restrictions are there, and that is when you could potentially take the most advantage as a batting team. That's not to say that you can't hit the big strokes even in the middle overs, but that power play period, those 6 overs in a T20 game, is what Jaiswal is being told to take advantage of the most. He's being told, look, go there, express yourself, or in the words of Rohit Sharma, to ja or bindas khel, and it's safe to say he's been doing just that. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to drop someone like a Shubman Gill for Jaiswal. Remember, Gill is someone who's being seen as a multi-format player, someone who could potentially be the next great generational batting talent after someone like a Virat Kohli. It's why he's gotten the nickname the Prince. But the fact is that Jaiswal has benched the Prince, at least for the time being, in T20 cricket, and it's a move that so far at least, admittedly, it's only been one match, but having dropped Gill, then come there and play a knock which was as all guns blazing as Jaiswal's knock was, definitely deserves all the praise in the world. And I for one can't wait to see how it is he keeps growing, keeps getting better as a batter. It's good for the sport and it's good for India in particular. What are your thoughts on Yashasvi Jaiswal's sudden rise? What are your thoughts on let's say the advice he's been given, the role that he's being asked to play, the intent with which he's batting? All of that you can let us know in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap that bell icon as well. Also go ahead, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the AajTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we posted. For now though, from my side, it's goodbye.